Afternoon, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times. It's Tuesday, July 22nd, and we're going to talk about, guess what, Obamacare. I know you're sick of it, I'm sick of it. But the big news today are a couple of rulings from U.S. Circuit Courts of Appeal. One out of Washington made the conservatives very happy. It said that states that had not set up their own health insurance exchanges, the health marketplaces, couldn't provide subsidies under the federal tax law to people who signed up for them. That includes Arkansas, by the way. At the same time, another court in Ohio said absolutely those subsidies are perfectly legal. That's what the law intended. It'd be silly to view otherwise. Well, in the short run, the status quo will prevail. The systems will go ahead. But I ask you to think about what it would mean if the conservatives win and the D.C. Circuit decision prevails at the U.S. Supreme Court, where it will eventually head. It will mean 5 million people who are now getting subsidies on their health insurance won't get any more. As a political matter, will politicians really want to do that in the name of beating Obamacare? Republicans seem to think yes. Just to give you some example, in Arkansas, 40,000 people have signed up for insurance under the exchanges. 90% of them are people who qualify for subsidies. Their insurance now costs them on average $90 a month. Without the subsidies, it would cost them $300 a month. In other words, they wouldn't have health insurance. Do we really want to have that kind of outcome? That's one of the political decisions of the year. You might want to read Ernie Dumas' column for this week, which I've already posted online, which says no matter what the candidates for governor might say, the private option portion of Obamacare's Medicaid expansion in Arkansas is going to live no matter what. As a legal and practical matter, the state is going to have to keep it going no matter what some Republicans elected to the legislature this year might have said. In other political news, this came late yesterday after our video, but it's worth talking about, and that is the group that is fighting the statewide ballot initiative to allow retail alcohol sales statewide sent a letter to the Secretary of State's office to an attorney saying they shouldn't certify the petitions because the state constitution clearly says an election has to come at least 4 months. The petitions have to be filed at least 4 months before an election date. They were filed July 7th, not July 4th, because the office was closed that day, and following the normal statutory interpretation, they waited till the next office day to file the petition. Will this hold up? The Supreme Court can kind of make the Constitution say whatever it wants. If the Constitution does say that these petitions were filed too late, it means not only that the alcohol petitions can't go forward, but nor can the minimum wage petitions, which were also filed on July the 7th. There's still a lot to be fought about on that, but the liquor stores are organizing opposition. They're paying for this legal research, by the way. I learned through a letter that was sent to me, and they're going to have a big meeting next week. The leaders of the opposition are still the county line liquor stores, particularly those in Conway County that enjoy a great monopoly because their surrounding counties don't allow alcohol sales. They've raised a bunch of arguments, some of which are not true, that if retail alcohol sales are allowed statewide, this would mean chain stores would take over the business. Well, in fact, the law that prevents chain store sale of alcohol still would be in place, whether this is approved or not. Elsewhere, on a good note, and let's finish with this, there's a great story in BuzzFlash, which I've linked to on our blog, about Kaylee Harding. She's a 12-year-old Little Rock girl who went swimming south of Little Rock about a year ago, almost died because a parasite in the water is that deadly brain-eating parasite, amoeba, that has also been found in a water supply in Louisiana. It's an incredible personal story. It's about the dangers of parasites in water. It's about science. And finally, it's about the amazing work done yet again by Arkansas Children's Hospital. I recommend it. I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times. I'll see you tomorrow.